What's up, fellas? I really ain't prepared a speech or anything, man. But this is a huge week, obviously, y'all know that. I know you got a bad taste in your mouth from last week and this division opponent. This game, it reminds me, like I told Earl, it always reminded me of the college rivalry that you guys went through. I know you got a bunch of young guys. Remember that college rivalry, you know what I'm saying, the team you played against in college. That's what this is about. It's about accountability to your teammate. Being there for your teammate, because you're going in a hostile environment. It's a playoff championship atmosphere. Trust me, no matter what's going on during the year, no matter the record, when this game happens, trust me, they hate you. They hate you, man. And we hate them.
We just played the speech that that Harbaugh had you give to the team. You didn't have any prep work on that one? You just spoke from the Ed Reed heart right there?
No, man, never, man. But, I never, in all my years in giving speeches from high school to college and University of Miami and even in Baltimore, I kind of go off of what I feel and what I see, a little bit of what I know, and just give a speech from the heart, man. That way those guys feel it. They know where I'm coming from. I played against Pittsburgh a bunch of times, so it wasn't hard, for that dislike, that hate to come out, and give it to some young guys who are in my shoes where I used to be.
Huh. And so, do you want to coach still? Because it sounds like
Coach Rich.
Head coach, HC Ed Reed.
Rich, I've been around a lot of great coaches. I've been around a lot of great organizations as far as University of Miami, even my Destrehan High School. And in Baltimore, I learned a lot being around a bunch of coaches. I can name a bunch of coaches I've played under, have worked with, and all of these relationships are partnerships. I'm talking about Coach Davis, Curtis Johnson, Art Kehoe, Don Solinger, Chuck Pagano, Coach Harbaugh, Coach Billick, Mike Smith, Mike Nolan, Terrell Austin. I've seen a lot of coaches, bro. So, hey, that's what's up, bro. Good to meet you. I've been around a lot of great coaches that helped me to develop into the player, to the man, to the coach that I am, that I became. There's a reason why I was known to be a coach on the football field, because I was more like a Bill Belichick to make adjustments during the game, and I don't know, Rich. I wish I can get to a great situation. They seem to be giving coaches second chances who don't do nothing in certain organizations. Then they go to another organization, you expect the same results. That's insane. That's insanity, ain't it, Rich?
I know. But, I mean, I'm sure you've heard it, that because you need seasoning as an actual coach first, Ed, right?
I got 12 seasons in me. I got 3 championships of coaching flag football with my son. What I realized coaching in Buffalo, and the spill I had in New York is that those same kids I'm coaching in my son's flag football game are those same kids that are in the NFL, Rich. So it's not a complicated game. I understand what all these coaches say is seasonal and all that, but for the stuff that they do that takes 90 hours a week, takes me and my crew maybe 60 or 70. The stuff that some of these coaches do in some of these organizations, there's a reason why some of them don't, or most of them haven't gotten to that stage where you see them making the playoffs year after year, or even 5 years later. You got guys that haven't been in the playoffs in 10, 20 years. It's crazy. What's really going on? So they need somebody like myself in these organizations, who know football, not just on the field, but off the field as well. There's a reason why I was known as a leader on and off the field, and of course that's stuff I would need to learn, but what coach is not learning on the job? What person is not learning on the job? You'd be a fool if you wasn't learning on the job.
Well, I guess you're looking. I'm looking right now while we're having a conversation. Ed Reed here. A few more minutes left with the Hall of Famer. I always love our chats. So I'm just sitting here thinking Aaron Boone of the Yankees was in the booth for ESPN, and now he's in the ALCS. And you're seeing in basketball some guys just get a gig when they're done playing, sometimes just strolling into head coaching gigs, right?
Steve Kerr.
Right. Juwan Howard, my head coach at Michigan, was an assistant for many, many years. But I'm just wondering, like, it seems in football that they'll never seemingly just take a player and just a Pro Football Hall of Fame player and just throw him on the sideline as an HC in the NFL, Ed. That's a tall order, don't you think?
That's their loss, Rich. And when they do it, they will see. You know, they'll learn something about themselves. You know, but I'm an outspoken guy. I've been outspoken, always did. You know, and I always said the NFL is a reflection of our country. So there you have it. You know, there's a reason why they don't do certain things. There's a reason why when I was in Buffalo, certain coaches, whose names I won't say, looked at me as a player and not a coach. It was very disrespectful. You know, it was very disheartening when I'm coaching better than you are. You know, you teaching by the book. I can teach by the book and coach you, you know, technique and all that stuff. So I know what I could do. I know my capabilities. You know, I've been through what they call the gauntlet. I've been around these coaches. I've sat in coaches' meetings on Mondays and Tuesdays. I got coaches that can vouch for that. You know, I got coaches that can vouch for that. You know, so I'm not really concerned about not having certain time, you know, with the teams and stuff like that. You know, there's a reason why I'm doing the show with you.
Right.
You know, because there's some respect there on Ed as a football player to where somebody knows he can be an analyst, but go in there and critique film and look at it from a different perspective. So the resume is built, Rich.
Well, I also know Belichick thinks extremely highly of you, and we've seen NFL films footage of Brady and Belichick game planning just for you, knowing what you've done, X's and O's wise, and what you're capable of doing. At least I know that. That's for a fact.
There you go. There's a reason for that, Rich. Because I am going to put the time in to study to know my opponent. You know, I am going to put that work in. So that's one thing the organization will be able to count on, is that he's going to put the work in.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.